introducing myself. My name is Mitsuhiro Kanada. I'm a structural engineer. Work in Japan, but my projects are not only in Japan, but in many places of the world. And I also teach at the Tokyo University of the Arts, but I also tutor in many other universities around the world. Right, I'm honored and I'm really impressed the fact it's been 12th year and a very interesting theme as well, very relevant to today's architecture issues. And I'm quite surprised at how many architecture students are coming together for this students organized project. And I'm really looking forward to collaborating with all those students. Very interesting thing. And in fact, that's something we should think about in all project design for deconstruction. Whether the construction or disassembly happens in 2 days or 2 decades or 2 centuries, still it's the same issue that something that human beings we build needs to come down, and we need to design for that rather than just let it happen. So it's a very interesting thing. Of course, in the architectural design process, we make models, but it's always a scale model, right? That's the nature of architecture because it's much bigger than something we can usually build. But this pavilion one-to-one mock-up really offers you a chance to study like a real prototype of your sort of design proposal. So I think it's a great opportunity. I was interested in many things, including like furniture making, pottery, and all kinds of sort of making things, which I think in a way connects to what I do today and why I teach. And I'm still interested in learning from my sort of colleagues in art universities, where many professors teach pottery, crafts, sculpture, paintings. So I'm teaching, but I'm also a student. I was working for, as a part-time assistant to an architect, and later I helped that sort of house to get built. And there was a huge difference between designing and building, and that was a great experience. That's sort of serious side. And what else? That's such a long time ago. While I was in US, I studied in the States. A large earthquake in Kobe happened back in 1995. And really coming to Kobe with my professors, I was a translator. And really it changed my career in a way that I was studying both architecture and structural engineering. And I felt that I can do a little bit more as structural engineer in the seismic region. So it was really life-changing experience to come to my sort of home country where like one huge city was destroyed, like in a really half a minute or something like that. Study something that's not architecture because it's easy to study more on architecture because I'm sure that you like doing it. That's why you're studying architecture. But as an architect, you need to know a lot more than just architecture. In fact, you need to know more about other things because you are working for many clients who are not architects, who are, have different professions, different perspective, different social backgrounds. So it doesn't matter whatever, just do something other than architecture. Right, there are many projects that I'm really I feel dear to. Some projects takes very long time, like more than 10 years, and that becomes like part of your life. So the longest project I've ever worked on is an opera house in Taichung, Taiwan, which took more than 11 years. It's about 12 years. So, for me, it was sort of a project that doesn't sort of never disappear. That doesn't, come to an end. Of course, it did. And also, there's another type of project which we work on a very short time, but having a relationship with the project for a very long time. And one of the projects I'd like to introduce at the lecture today, later, is outside roof for a kitchen in an island. And it was designed for only 3 weeks for an art event. But people, the community of that island liked it so much that they kept it by themselves for 10 years. So initially it was designed again for like DFD. It was designed for deconstruction in 3 weeks, but people are maintaining it so that it's not original. The parts are changing. Parts are really renewed by the people who are around it. And it's there for 10 years. So it looks like it's going to be there for a very, very long time. And that's one of the most sort of well-loved project I've ever worked on. So that's quite memorable and my favorite project. That depends on project, and there's no sort of set rules that I apply always. But the important thing is that it's always in collaboration. Once you go outside of school, you don't design anything by yourself. You're always working with your team, with your collaborators. If you're designers, you're working with engineers, contractors. Architecture is one of very few things that the designers don't build. If you are, potter, not only you design but you make. If you're a painter, you paint. If you're an architect, you don't build, right? It's a very interesting profession. So collaboration, the teamwork, I think that's very important for me. The very important thing is that you enjoy it, right? We build because we want to improve our environment, and that's in our nature. So might as well enjoy building it.